We survived the tricky triangle and Peter Madsen took the flag. But the real destruction happened when the drivers got mad. Forget the setups, the tires, the grip, or the arrow. The Discord chat is burning and the admins are the pharaohs. Craig Roffey's on the keyboard, he's typing up a storm, saying the outside car doesn't have to go to the wall on the straights. That's not the norm. 4066 chat. Todd Maxfield is blowing up, type MI, I'm falling ghost here, while Cabo's complaining that the steward's reviews aren't clear. He says he's tired of waiting a week to read a long ass text. 23 chat, full of magical rules, wondering what the admins will invent next. 523 chat. Oh, the Discord is melting, the drivers are blowing their lid, but Kobe Jordan's had enough of the grid acting like a kid. He said admin didn't crash into you, it's a Fing video game. 4078 chat. Stop blaming race control for your own destructive fame, and James Watson will slam the door in your face. If you act like a D, keep the battles on the asphalt and make the overtake stick. Sean the American Dream Senor is stepping in the late on the law, saying if you drive like dummies in a straight line, it's a fatal flaw. 4068 chat. Expect a penalty if you can't leave room going straight ahead. 4068 chat. But Junior Barber's in the chat, ignoring what the steward said. He laughs, you know I love putting in my 2 cents. I have nothing better to do. 401 chat. Stirring up the peanut gallery and starting World War II. Oh, the Discord is melting, the drivers are blowing their lid, but Kobe Jordan's had enough of the grid acting like a kid. He said Evan didn't crash into you, it's a Fing video game. 4078 chat. Stop blaming race control for your own destructive fame, and James Watson will slam the door in your face. If you act like a D, keep the battles on the asphalt and make the overtake stick. So pack up your supercars, we're heading to Kansas next week. It's round 17 and the paddock tension has reached its peak. Read the rulebook, hold your lane, and keep your comments tame, or Kobe's gonna pull the plug and end this whole damn game. Leave the infernal rubbish at the door. Chat, let's go racing. OzOvals.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more, or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Wake up, or you're gonna be late for school.
This is it! Never stop, never quit. Now's the time. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Twisted envy, clawing hands, all below me from where I stand. Reaching higher, ever still, shape the future to my will. Never stop, never quit. Now's the time. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Welcome back for round 17 of the UES Group OzOvals V8 Supercar Series, brought to you by Inside Lane Productions. In the booth this evening, myself, Paul Jackson, Kobe Jordan behind the cameras, and James Watson joining me once again. How you going, James?
Oh, I'm going all right, Paul. This one's gonna be a crazy one, I believe. The mile and a halves this season have been pretty chaotic, and I feel like Kansas can really add to that because, you know, Kansas is probably the smoothest track we go to. So you can push a lot more without having to worry about the car kind of getting jostled out from under you from one of the bumps. So because of that, I think it's going to be really interesting, and also looking to see what lines everyone tends to run. Kansas is famous for being able to rip it up by the wall. I don't think we'll be seeing everyone go quite that high, but you'll probably see a lot more middle line usage than what we've seen from most of the other mile and a half races this season.
Well, a bit of a change from last week at the Tricky Triangle of Pocono, which we saw Peter Matson have his first win there, and celebrated that one in style. And Gary Wellman coming home in second, Ryan Barber in third. But we'll see how those guys go this week here at Kansas, back on the 1.5s. And our championship standings with 2 rounds remaining. So Ruben Phelps still got a 44-point lead there over Gary Wellman, and still a three-way tie for third there. Troy Davidson, Kate Donnelly, Matty Raymond, all battling out for third place there. Perrin Estakis in 6th, Ryan Barber 7th, Scott McClintock 8th, Craig Roffey in 9th, and Todd Maxfield in 10th there. The Burling Motor Group keys to the race. So kicking it off there with right side tyres, Kansas high-speed progressive banking, putting constant load on that right front and right rear. So overdriving early is going to lead to significant fall-off later. So smooth input, steering and throttles, preserve that long-run speed and look after those tyres.
Key number 2 is maximizing corner exit speed while exploring multiple racing grooves, like I talked about earlier, trying to figure out which grooves are usable tonight. That's going to be the key. You know, we know the dirty air tends to be a bit difficult at times with this car, so being able to have more grooves at your disposal than most of the other mile and a half, that's going to be key. So expect a lot of side-by-side racing, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see 3 wide, and I really would be surprised if we see 4 wide.
Just what we love to see. But third key there, managing dirty air, building runs through traffic effectively. So obviously clean air, give you a bit of a handling advantage. Make sure you time those runs as well, and forcing a pass. Be patient for those passes and save the tyres, and it'll work out in the long run. But, everyone tuning in at home, get your picks in the chat. Who do you think's going to take out round 17 tonight here at Kansas? But we'll go through our Everything Simulated booth picks, and we'll kick it off with Kobe.
Good evening, gentlemen. I've gone with Sean Signori. He's been showing strength ever since joining the league, and I don't see why Kansas will be any different. I don't know how much practice he has. I do think I heard something in the green room earlier about him saying he hasn't had a great deal of time to practice, but I don't think that's going to be a huge issue for Sean. I think he'll have no issues getting to the front and staying there. But I've chatted on enough. I'll throw it over to you, Paul. Who do you think's going to win?
Ooh-wee. Well, back on track once more. We had a bit of a chat last week, or 2 weeks ago, about his running and coming to terms with the car and knowing that he's got a bit more pace out of that car. So we've gone back to Barry Neal for the pick. So we'll see what magic he can pull out and hopefully come away with a good result. James, your pick for this evening?
I'm going to pick Gary Wellman, Gary in P2 in the championship. He's got to make something happen here. If I believe, if my math is correct, I am very much not sure. So, but I think if Ruben can finish ahead of him tonight, then the championship is done and dusted. So I expect Gary to be really aggressive, trying to at least get the win and try to claw back whatever ground he can in this race to set up some hopes for the finale next week.
Definitely a make or break race tonight for a few drivers fighting for those podium spots in the championship. But, good evening to TK Gamer. Pick for Caleb O'Connor tonight, so we'll be keeping an eye on Caleb there for you. See how Caleb goes. But, definitely 2 races to go, so it's going to get wild out here at Kansas tonight. But just wrapping up on practice, and I think it was Signori was the quickest out there in practice. followed very closely by Giuseppe Maiolo. So we'll see how those practice times tick over into qualifying. See who's going to take away pole tonight. Interesting little update to iRacing there, James. I noticed a couple of things. Little mini track map and little settings box there for different different cars, or the same settings if you drive multiple cars there. But one of the bigger ones that I was just reading was the pit stop. So engaging that pit limiter. I don't know if you read much about that one.
Yeah, because I had always heard that if you use the pit limiter, you're actually going a little bit slower than someone just kind of keeping the throttle right at the pit speed limit without the speed limiter. So it sounds like they eliminated that to give those that are using the pit limiter, which is most everyone outside of the few super duper tryhards that were actually doing that. I never trusted myself to do that on a regular basis if I didn't have to. Like, obviously, if you're driving a stock car or something, or the 79 like I do, you're gonna spend a lot of time having to do that. But the pit limiter is much easier because you don't have to worry about that, and you don't have to just like a little twitch of your foot. Oh, look, black flag, my race is over. So yeah, not having to have that in the back of your head of if you're losing out any bit by using the pit limiter, that is nice.
Yeah, definitely. And I was actually reading as well that, they're saying about keeping the right gear and RPM range as well when using that pit limiter, and keeping that throttle steady as well. So that's also something that might upset the car a little bit, perhaps, if drivers get that one wrong. But be interesting to see tonight if we have any mishaps in pit road. Good evening, Craig Roffey. Hope you're doing well in hospital there as well. Shout out to you. We heard the news, so hope for a speedy recovery there for you.
Yeah, obviously Craig is a big part of the league and a big part of the history of the league. So our thoughts and prayers are going out to you, buddy, and hopefully it's a quick recovery.
Well, Rogue's doing it for Roffey at the moment. Perry Nastakis sitting on pole, but Kate Donnelly's just stripped that one away, jumping to the top in front of Phelps, who put his car up into second. So, blinding fast lap there for Kate Donnelly for the Sim Boys, but a few other drivers yet to set times. So we'll see if anyone can go faster.
Let's see. Does it? I'm not sure. Ryan Barber's out on track right now. I think something happened to Giuseppe on his lap because he is currently sitting on pit road on lap 2, so might have been an accident there for the 992.
Quite possibly, but
Ryan P8, it looks like.
Well, about 30 seconds to go. We'll go to a quick ad break, and we will come back with our starting grid in just a moment. So stay tuned.
and gentlemen, you're ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone, and once again thanks for tuning in tonight. The Grant Chapman starting grid's been set, and Kate Donnelly are going to be taking pole on the front row alongside Ruben Phelps, your championship leader. Second row, Perry Anastakis and Matty Raymond. Third row, a rogue row there, Tim Roffey and Tony Roffey. Peter Matson on the fourth row alongside Ryan Barber. And the fifth row going to Nigel Padden and Gary Wellman.
And we have the 88 of Jake Atkinson next to the 77 of Daniel Blinko on row 6. 34 Jacob Dean and the 61 of Shane Roffey on row 7. The 94 Rick Vincent and the 992 of Giuseppe Maiolo, row 8. Row 9 has the 6 of Caleb O'Connor and the 022 of Barry Neal. 17 of Sean Signore and the 5 of Andy Barber, rounding out the top 20. 27 of Derek Jacobs and the 3 of Adam Malone, row 11. 242 of Colin Bennett and the 016 of Scott McClintock, rounding out the field for tonight's race at Kansas.
Well, I was having a little bit of a chuckle there at Caleb O'Connor's livery there on his supercar. I don't know if you picked that one up. Very cool grog. Nice little paint job there. I'm sure grog on the side there's not the grog that I'm thinking of, but there we go there for everyone to have a look at. I think it's a probably a Japanese or Korean sort of a paint scheme there.
Yeah, that's very much what it looks like.
Wonder what it's actually referencing, if it's like a juice or lollies or something random. Maybe someone
I don't know,
might know.
Surprisingly, I don't. So I don't know if I should be concerned or not about that.
Well, there's some homework for you for next week, James. Pace cars off. 125 laps, green flag here at Kansas.
Whoa!
Taking us away. Big step out there from Daniel Blinko, I think it was.
Yeah, there was a big checkup. Daniel jumped out wide to avoid absolutely demolishing Gary. I don't know what happened on the outside lane, but yeah, massive checkup. But thankfully, we all got through it as clean as you could hope for, at least from what we see.
Well, the front pack getting a nice jump there, especially Perry Anastakis moving up into second early. And getting a few of those cars single line already at the front. So the pack's coming. Kim Roffey, Matty Ray in behind Phelps there. Looking to make it too wide again at the front. Peter Matson coming off a win there. Looking at the inside on Roffey. Not quite able to make a pass there. Okay, Donnelly, Perry and Starks using lots of apron there as well. One of the joys of the 1.5 miles, we can use all of that track once more. Obviously, just got to watch that rejoin if anyone gets up alongside.
Absolutely. It could go pear shape real quick. So probably expect that to be a bit of a talking point later in the races. Oh, Jake Atkinson kind of clapped the wall a little bit off of turn 4.
Well, looking there from Rick Vincent's view, and okay, Donnelly, Parry and Starkus wasting no time on breaking away from the field. So getting the gaps out early at the front there. And Rick Vincent looking at the inside of Ryan Barber, trying to make the pass. 3 wide. He's going to make that pass there on Barber. Nice easy 3 wide there, James. No drama this early on yet.
Yeah, so far so good. Whoa! Almost spoke too soon there. Natural Pat get real close to the rear Raymond.
Still 3 wide at the back there. Rick Vincent, Nigel Patton, Jake Atkinson. Tony Roffey going to get caught in the mix of that as well. They're battling hard back here. Rick Vincent moving up into P6. Good evening, Mr. Holpert. Hope you're having a good Sunday evening there. And Rick Vincent's wasting no time moving through the field. Now he's alongside Peter Matson there, 3 wide. Matty Ray on the outside, Kim Roffey.
I'm surprised Rick was able to pull that pass off. Peter was not giving him a whole lot of room going into the corner right there, but a great pass from Rick. Was going onto the apron a little bit to make that move.
Well, whoa, this is happening. Where's Kate Donnelly? He's 2 seconds up the road already. 7 laps in, and he's got a big lead over the whole field.
Yeah, he is walking away.
Well, that time's continuing to grow. So he's showing the pace tonight.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think one of the 1.5 miles this season, I want to say Kentucky, but I'm not sure. He did the same thing. He just absolutely walked away from everyone and held the lead all the way until I think it was Nashville, actually. The first set of pit stops, he got himself a black flag, which was thrown away. A fantastic start. And he seems to be doing the exact same thing right now. Just absolutely taking them to Applebee's.
Well, leads out to 3 seconds now and starting to plateau a little bit. But, we'll see if he can keep building on that. So Rick Vincent's moved up into 2nd. Peter Matson 3rd. Phelpsy there in 4th. Marion Stark is just settling back in a little bit with Tony Roffey, Kim Roffey there. Yeah. 10 laps in here. Jake Atkinson looking at pass on Tony Roffey, but not quite going to get that run. Quite have the momentum. He's going to send it in, but
it gets a little bit of the apron. Good work from him not to let it slide up the track too much. Usually whenever you clip the apron like that, kind of shoots the car up, but Jake was able to do a good job holding it down. See Tony really working that middle line to perfection though, but Jake once again getting on the apron. He got a whole lot of apron right there. Hooked it, and it seemed to have worked well enough-ish. Obviously, Tony able to clear. Oh!
Big bump.
Whoa! Woo! Huge run through the center of the corner for Jake, and almost shipped Tony Roffey. Good job from both of them to hold on to it. Not sure where that run came from.
Well, Matty Ray hanging right out on the outside now, using the higher part of the track, and he's going to even get a run on one of the Ryan Barber. Had to check which Barber it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Matty Ray. He was running almost the Larson line up there for pretty much the entirety of the race so far, but he's kind of lost some spots. I'm wondering if he's really starting to burn the tires. As we've said a few times, the run of the outside lane on the sim tends to burn the tires more, the opposite of how it works real life. So you see Matty now back to just wrapping the bottom for now.
Speaking of wrapping the bottom, Nigel Padden right down on the apron there. But, apparently the Sim boys are having a bit of a sesh tonight. Guess Cade and Wello didn't get the memo on that one.
Maybe they got the same limo you did.
Yes. For those at home, just cruising around in a limo on Friday night around town, getting up to some shenanigans. Ooh, a bit of contact there with Padden and Jacob Dean. Just getting into each other. Nice gap there now. Jacob Dean's going to slot in front of Padden.
See Matty Ray continuing to drop here. There goes Wellman by. See Balfour P2, Matson and Vincent side by side here.
Matson looking pretty good there with the run. Not quite clear, but it's going to be clear on the corner there. So the chase is on to try and catch Cade Donnelly, almost 3.5 seconds now. They set the pace pretty quick tonight.
Now look at Jake Atkinson up here in the top 5. Right behind these two in P4.
Well, I'm going to say, week in, week out, seems to be improvements there from Jake each week, and maybe a bit of learning, and I'm not sure if he's been in on those practice sessions, but just watching he's improving each week. So come next season, I think he'll be up there a bit more.
Yeah, Jake has put in a lot of work over the last few weeks to really get better, understand this car, and understand this style of racing. And look at that, it is starting to show as he is battling for a podium spot right now.
Well, a couple of drivers out there. Not sure if that was just the lighting or if he was flashing his headlights then. Looked like a bit of a headlight flash on the back of Vincent's car there, but maybe it was just the lighting. But yeah, a few drivers out there probably not sticking to the whole fuel saving, tyre saving strategy. So we'll see how this is going to work out for the top 4 or so drivers. As they're looking to try and break away from Phelps there in 5th now.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more spread out than I was expecting. We're all packed up being wild for the first couple laps, but now it is strung out. Probably the most strung out we've seen it in some time.
Battle for P2 continues with Matson and Vincent. Rick on the outside, not quite able to get the run. Using all the track there, trying to get around Matson, but That middle line's holding strong at the moment. It's like a little bit of a wash up, and Vincent looking at the inside now, but still not quite close enough yet.
Yeah, now Peter defending the inside. And is kind of sliding up because of it. Here comes Rick with a massive run through the center of the corner. Atkinson trying to push him through.
I wonder if that's a little bit of the tyre starting to plateau there, as Matson washing up a little bit again. But, Kay definitely not having any tyre issues. He's almost out to 4-second gap now. So continuing to build on that out the front. Just running by himself there, as you see Matson wash up a little bit more towards the wall. So just got to try and let those tyres cool off a little bit. Brief look at Kay Donnelly just to check if he's still there.
Yeah. 4 seconds now. And still continuing to grow.
And Peter Matson going to get passed by Jake Atkinson as well, up into third. So a bit of the case of maybe too hard too soon, as Phelps is slowly closing that gap as well on the group of three.
Oh, we got
contact.
Oh, Rick! Patton, O'Connor! Think McClintock as well.
Oh, lap 25, the yellow has flown. Once again, not what Kay Donnelly wanted, with a 4-second gap over the field.
No, he's punched in the air right now.
131 retro replay. We'll have a look at what happened here. So you got Patton, Daniel Blinko, Scott McClintock, and Giuseppe Maiolo there, and Caleb O'Connor. So the group of 5 here. Like Patton slowed down a little bit, got the run around the outside there for Daniel Blinko.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be right here off turn 4.
They're on the 3 wide. Oh, contact there, Maiolo and Patton. And into McClintock and O'Connor. Well, that's our first caution of the evening. So we'll go to a quick ad break and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian-owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about are the ones you love.
Block 3-1 Retro.
These go to 11.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone, and we are back under green. Kay Donnelly holding on to that lead, but that 4-second gap is gone now. So getting a nice jump once again with Rick Vincent, Peter Matson, Ruben Phelps, all trying to get a breakaway from the field. Jake Atkinson left behind with the rest. Wasting no time out the front there, but no, Rick Vincent's probably not going to let Kay Donnelly slip away this time. So he made his way through the field to the front, and so did Peter Matson. But they're not going to let Kay Donnelly slip away this time. And very interesting looking at that. Did they not pit at all?
Yeah, it doesn't appear so. And Nigel Patton, he is not really showing any ill effects from that caution. And he is a lap down, so at least the car still has speed. About to try to get his lap back the old-fashioned way.
Well, we'll see if another caution falls and Nigel can get that lucky dog. But for the moment, Rick Vincent looking like he wants to challenge for the lead. He's staying hot on the heels of Kay Donnelly.
Yeah, both him and Matson.
Phelps just dropping off a little bit there, but trying to hang on.
Yeah, looks like Ruben is just trying to save and conserve here. Good position for him to be in, not too super close to the lead three, but doesn't have anyone behind him that close. He's just kind of hanging out in his own little pocket here. But now he's starting to draft up on the lead three.
Yeah, very interesting that the top four didn't pit, I find. Like, caution-wise there. Would have been a good time to pit under caution, but it's going to throw the strategy right off now for these drivers. But I'm sure they've still got a game plan to stick to. And Signori's starting to find his way through the field as well. Moving up into 7th.
Yeah, trying to bring Tony Raffi with them. once again starting to spread out again. See Matty Ray trying to make his way through the field again. Gets by Dean for P11 here.
Well, I think the cautions helped a few drivers to work their way through the field. So for that caution, I think Barry was sitting back in about 22nd, and now he's up to 14th. So taking it easy to start with, and now he's working his way through as well. Ryan Barber and Gary Wellman on the inside there, trying to get by Patton.
You see Matty Ray has gone back to the high side.
Wellman getting pretty close there to Matty Ray, and Matty Ray getting stuck behind Patton, having to check up. Maybe a little bit of speed difference there on Patton's car. It's slower, and Neil's going to come through. Just a tap of brake, but he's going to get that flow through the corner. That side's got the run. Oof. Ray right up to the wall. But at the front there, okay, Donnelly, Rick Vincent, still close. Peter Matson on the call out to pit this time round, so 40 laps in. We'll see how much further Kay Donnelly, Rick Vincent, and Ruben Phelps are going to be able to go. But, having to pit under green now. It's going to set them back a lap. And Kay
looks
Donnelly
like Kate has joined him.
Yeah, saw that just in front. Phelps has got by Rick Vincent, taking the lead of the race, but these two at the front are going to have to pit as well very soon. No, Phelps had clutched, I think, Rick Vincent in pit lane now, but Ruben Phelps had been doing a little bit of clutching, trying to save fuel, so he might have an extra lap or two in the tank there, but they'll all be praying for a caution. And here comes Signori inside of Atkinson, so he's going to take the lead once Phelps makes his way to pit road.
Oh, Jake gave Sean just a little bump there. Yeah, interesting strategy call.
Well, they're going to have to stick to their strategy, but even if there is another
Phelps is in now.
Even if there's another caution.
Oh, and there's another caution right now.
Around.
And Gary Wellman as well.
Well, the 131 Retro Radio Replay. We'll have a look what happened between Matty Ray and Gary Wellman.
Oh, yeah.
Once again,
Yeah, looks like Matty just slid up into Gary and put both of them in the wall.
Well, Phelpsy would have been in the pit road when that caution come out. So, Kay Donnelly probably going to get the lucky dog. We'll see who else gets waved around, but oh. Coming in from the race control, so Nigel Patton with the wave around, he got his lap back, but Kay Donnelly ending up with an end of line penalty, so not too sure what that one was for. Looks like Phelpsy's going to be back on the lead lap. He's at the front behind the pace car, so he might get a wave around there.
Yeah, that's what I believe it's going to be.
That's what I was thinking too there, Cobes.
Well, it's because he is ahead of everyone, so he's not quite the full lap down.
Caleb O'Connor peeling off into pit road there. Just need to go get another can of grog.
There go the wave around cars.
Phelps, Colin Bennett. Can't quite see who else was behind that. I think maybe O'Connor. No, he came into pit road, so he didn't get the wave around. Still showing a lap down. But Kate Donnelly 2 laps down now. He's actually dropped another lap.
Yeah, he didn't have another penalty, did he? That's the only thing that would make sense at this point.
He was on the back of the field for that end of line penalty, but a few cars catching up on the tail end, but we're about to go green once more. Lap 47. Sean Signori getting the jump, and the field already stretching out. Ryan Barber, Sean Signori, Ryan ducking to the inside, going to make a pass on Signori, and once again, these two have found each other.
Yeah, I think
the rivalry of the season, James.
Yeah, I think they've been nose to tail at one point, battling for the lead in every race Sean has run this season. CK being aggressive, he's trying to get them laps back the old-fashioned way.
He's hard on the back of Jacob Dean's bumper. He's getting a bit loose there as well, coming into the corner. So he's pushing real hard. Jacob Atkinson's made the pass on Junior for second place.
Yeah, how about that?
And here's Barry Neal up in the top 5 as well. He's looking at...
Oh, gosh! Whoa!
Big wall hit in behind there. Tony Roffey, Kate Donnelly. Kate Donnelly coming straight through the middle of Rogue. He's going to clear. And blink out there for Shane Roffey in the background too. Oh, Jacob Dean sideways.
Oh!
Oh, there's the wreck. Kate Donnelly.
Whoa! My goodness! Oh, we gotta watch that from Gary's point of view. I have no idea how Gary avoided that.
Was it better than mine? Am I threading the needle earlier in the season?
I think it might have been. I don't know if there was a whole lot of space for Gary to work with right there.
131 Retro Radio replay. We'll have a look at what happened here. Some aggressive driving there for Kate Donnelly, and on the inside of Jacob Dean, the brake lights flickered, but too late. Kim Roffey getting caught in that and rolling back on track there. Cars just scattering everywhere.
Yeah, it's amazing that this wasn't a bigger incident.
And there's the onboard view from Wello. Just what Nigel Padden wanted to see coming out of pit road there, but well, that's going to see the field back down pit road once more for a splash and dash, and Barry Neal's going to stay out by the look of it. So Barry Neal, your new race leader. So we'll go to a quick ad break. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like Simrigs and Track Racer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Alrighty, we are back. Pace car lights are off. Coming up to lap 55. Not quite halfway there yet. Barry Neal found his way to the front now, alongside Sean Signori, Ryan Barber, Jake Atkinson in behind. Going to be taking us to green this time round. And drop of the green flag. Getting away nicely. Let's say, does that look like 3 wide, 4 wide back there?
It sure did. Phelps is not wasting any time.
Well, he's been gifted that lead lap back after having to pit under green. So, but caution dropped Kay Donnelly off another lap, so he's down 3 laps now. Ryan Barber on the inside of Perry Anastakis. Well, the battle at the front there, Signori and Barry Neal. Signori looking like he wants to make a move. He's going to pop out. And Neal's just going to let him go for now. So, we'll see how the strategy is going to work out. I know Barry can save a lot of tyre. We'll see how that goes. Ryan Barber up into 3rd. He's going to be wanting to get back there at Sean Signori as well for the race lead. Giuseppe on the inside of Tony Roffe there. Going to get slowed down with Rick Vincent on the inside.
See Blinko and Tony Roffe side by side here.
Andy Barber thinking about the middle there, but not quite. We've seen a few come unstuck there tonight going through the middle, but Daniel Blinko going to clear Tony Roffe and Andy Barber to the inside. So there's a bit of that patience game. Just waiting for that opening to happen, and instead of putting it through the middle.
Here comes Peter Matson trying to recover from that horribly timed caution. Wow, look at the run he got through the center. Oh boy.
There.
Yeah, Andy almost was not able to anticipate that.
Oh, check up with Jake Atkinson. Phelps almost in the back of him. Had to go wide on that one. Oh, looking pretty racy now, coming into the pack here. They're on the back of Rick Vincent at the moment. And Perry Anastakis just sitting back there at the moment, watching these front 7 odd there.
Yeah, Atkinson continuing to just hang around this top 5.
Yeah, having a great run tonight. And he's looking like he popped out for a pass on Ryan Barber, but didn't quite get the run there. Bit of an early pop out, but that's going to give Phelps the run. Rick Vincent looking to follow.
Oh, here comes Ruben popping out, trying to make the pass. I wasn't sure if they were going to beat 3. Oh.
Vincent right there on the corner of Atkinson's bumper.
Oh,
There's contact.
Going way defensive.
Oh, there's more contact.
Oof. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. It is lucky for both of them that it didn't end up worse.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I see what Atkinson is trying to do right there, but it's too late going into the corner to make that block, especially you know Rick is not gonna slam on the brakes. At some point you just have to go, you know what, this probably isn't going to work.
Well, they haven't lost too much there, and Harry and Peter Matson there just closing up a little bit on that gap on the front 7. Ryan Barber up the inside of Barry Neal now for second. And Rick Vincent looking like he's got the pass done on Phelps. Phelps just backing out a little bit there. Jake Atkinson coming through again on the inside as well.
Yeah, probably not the worst decision for Ruben right now. I feel like at this point, staying connected but not too close to give yourself an avenue might be the play, because the aggression is really ratcheting up. And we're only barely halfway.
Well, sitting there in 6th at the moment for Phelps and Welwyn, back in 14th, I think. So if that gap continues, then we might be looking at the championship all wrapped up.
Yeah, Gary was on track and on the lead lap, but he's about 5 seconds off the lead here, so I think it's clear to say that, oh my god.
Big brake check there. Barry Neal hard on the anchors not to run into the back of Kay Donnelly. It's going to drop him right back.
Now he is all over the back of Ryan here.
Three wide.
This can only end well.
Oh, Phelps!
Oh, contact! Phelps and Matson! What a save! Oh my god! How did both of them hold on to that? My goodness!
We'll have a look at the replay on this one. Phelpsy almost full sideways. Matson getting a little bit loose there again after, but everyone holding on well. Lap 70 of 125. Sean Signori leading the way over Rick Vincent at the moment. Almost half a second gap there.
Yeah, now this pack trying to catch up with the lead four here. They lost themselves the draft and then some with that whole big checkup. And I think Barry has got a center punch nose there from that little dust up with Cade a few laps ago.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Signori's around!
Race leader. Managed to come out of that spin. We'll have a look what happened here. We'll leave that one alone for now. We'll have the heated debate after the race. So we'll go to a quick ad break and we'll be back in just a moment.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1300 122 598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Alrighty, we are back once more. So, starting to lose track of the yellow counts here. Set tonight four cautions there. So had 6 lead changes tonight, and we've got 52 laps remaining. So would be good to see a green flag pit stop in the last 52 laps. Pace car off. Ryan Barber on the front row, going to take us to green. Rick Vincent trying to match the start and to probably slow down a little bit there, not to jump the gun, but still getting a good start. Let you check that one, James, if you heard that.
Meanwhile, here's Phelps side by side trying to get by Vincent.
Peter Madsen getting back up in the mix at the front again. Cautions pulled him back through the field. Phelps popping out and had to do a little bit of a wiggle shuffle over to pop out a little bit more.
Yeah, and you see Madsen. Has really benefited from that yellow. He is now very much back in the fray, keeping those back-to-back hopes alive.
Phelpsy on the way through to the lead. Madsen trying to follow as well. Gonna get up alongside Junior.
Oh, Ruben going defensive a little bit. Ryan trying to get the run on the outside, but was almost completely alone till Rick jumped there.
Phelps is clear.
It's a big move from Signore going onto the apron and getting 2 right there.
I was actually watching just a second before that. It was 3 wide. Barry Neal around the outside, Signore on the inside with McClintock in the middle. So both making the pass either side of McClintock.
Yeah, that 17 car is driving angry. I imagine we're going to see him right here in the lead shot within the next few laps.
Phelps is clear. Matson still on the inside of Ryan Barber. Vincent and Jake Atkinson also side by side and behind, and Giuseppe Maiolo on the back here. It's very racy at the front.
Oh, Ryan got high, had to get real out of the throttle. Gonna fall all the way down to what, 6?
Yep. Maybe he just wanted to say hello to Sean. Oh!
Well, he almost said hello to Giuseppe. Whoa, almost said it again. I don't know if Giuseppe wants his greeting right now.
Oh! Bumper missing.
Oh, Jake Atkinson hard into the wall. I have no idea what in the world happened.
He's down on the apron. There could be a bit of damage on his car. You might have to check a replay on that one. Ooh, caught it right at the moment there, but didn't quite see what happened. Peter Matson, Jake Atkinson there. On the outside. Oh! Atkinson sent into the wall.
Yeah, it didn't look either guy was cutting either one any breaks there.
Well, we've seen some good battles through the season and some good Rubbins racing moments, but tonight the old Rubbins racing's just gone wrong. So Ryan Barber and Sean Signori doing battle there once more. We're getting that run cut off by Matson. He's going to get stuck low as we're 3 wide. Matson getting the run into the corner. Maybe a lift there from Sean, just backing out to give him the run. He's going to get clear this time, but Signori's got to run. Thought there was a little bit of contact there, but there's no room given. The elbows are out. And Ryan Barber's going to get checked up big time in front of Matson. Giuseppe Maiolo comes through. Andy Barber's going to come through. Harry Neal looking for the run too.
Oh, Matson was blocking right into the wall.
I was waiting for the 3 wide there. Junior's not happy how those last couple of laps went. So he's got some work to do to try and make up those spots again. Meanwhile, Phelps out the front, almost got a second gap. And he's working on building that over Signori. And Giuseppe's sticking there as well.
Yeah, Ruben was the biggest beneficiary over whatever the heck that was.
Some good hard racing, James. don't know if I'd call it that, but we just did, so we'll stick with it. That gap's slowly dropping to Phelps, so Signori and Maiola working together to try and close that gap. Well, Neil's in a bit of a Barber train at the moment. Andy Barber in 4th, Junior in 6th.
See Kim just doing his best in that modified right there. Neil in the middle of a Southern Stars sandwich right there.
I think Jacob Atkinson's parked his car for the night now. He's down 8 laps and noticed a bit of a comment in the YouTube channel there. So let's say that car could be parked up for the night.
Whoa!
And Maiola's got past Signori, and that gap to Phelps is closed. Barry Neal working on the pass on Andy Barber. Junior trying to give the old man a bit of a run.
Whoa!
Oh.
Got a battle for the lead too. Here comes Giuseppe. Phelps is trying hard on the outside. Dean and Matson are going to be pitting in this lap. Wellman too.
Jeez, you got good ears if you heard Wellman say that.
I don't, so that's why I'm surprised.
I didn't hear anything, so...
Sorry, what was that you said, Paul?
Peter Matson apparently has got a meatball.
Oh.
And Nigel Patton there coming in as well.
Yeah, it might be just a tire meatball because it is already cleared.
94, 125, so it'll be a 30 lap run for those guys that just pitted. But everyone else still yet to probably have a final stop, so whether we see a caution stop or a green flag stop, we're going to try and run this out till the tank runs dry, but looks like Barry Neal's clear of the Barbers and he's hooked on the back of Signori now.
Yeah, he's kind of starting to bring them with him. They're not that far. They're just barely in draft range right now. But that barely is starting to disappear as it is. Now look at that. Look at Scott McClintock. You know, we've talked to I don't know how many times this season about how he's able to just sneak his way up to the front at the end of these races. I wasn't sure if we were going to see that again since he was caught up in that first wreck. Oh, one of the barbers up in the wall. Not sure which one that was. Ryan just shot up the track, just barely kept it out of the wall. Yeah, McClintock was involved in that first wreck, and here he is back in the top 5.
Well, clean racing, staying out of trouble. We've said it over the last few weeks there for Scott, and he even had a podium. And now he's sitting in the top 5 there. But the race is on for the lead. Signori on the inside of Maiolo. I'm looking at the YouTube one.
Yep. Giuseppe is on the outside of Barry Neal.
Might have to minimize that one again because I was looking at the chat. Look over at the other screen.
And Paul didn't pay attention to the fact of why he could hear himself while he was watching this feed.
Oh, I've definitely got that one muted. Look at the pit crew all sitting on their butts there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Sure, they should be preparing for a green flag pit stop. We've got 25 to go. I don't think anyone will be able to make it home if they haven't pitted already, but looks like the Barbers might have pitted from the back there.
$25 to go. Barry looking to the inside. And Sean side by side with each other. And now, oh, big bump! Barry into Sean. And caution is out.
Caution. What is that one for? Have to check the 1-through-1 retro radio replay for that because I was not looking at crashes.
No, I was. So that's what.
Well, let's find out what happened here. Got Peter Matson, Jake Atkinson on screen there. And Atkinson was in the fence earlier when they were having a battle. And, oh. I hate to say it. I don't want to say it.
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying.
And then he's parked that car for good. So I've had my moments like this before and done that back, but yeah. We'll leave it as the tennis return serve. But there's our caution. Our top 4 gifted the caution pit stop. And everyone else that hadn't pitted yet as well. So I did. We're playing tennis here.
I need another vacation.
Wait, you've had one?
Not really, it feels like.
Well, I got school holidays coming up, so I'll probably be taking a week off with the kids. So probably won't be doing
Sounds like the opposite of a holiday for you.
Nah, they're pretty good. Don't know, I might make my way down to Melbourne for a week or so, but we'll see. Still not much of a holiday. Well, I think the YouTube chat's saying it. Tyson Kerry wanted to get in the booth and replace you, James. Maybe he can replace me. Maybe he can replace both of us. Go on, Tyson, have a crack.
If he wants to, he's more than welcome to.
Maybe we need to sin bin drivers into the booth for a week or two, and those that get red flagged have to do a week in the booth on commentary and play nice, and we can go racing, James. Pace cars off. Green once more. 104 of 125. Signori taking us to green, and Barry Neal sticking with him. Parry and Starkers up into second. Forty. I intentionally do that so I can pull out my phone, otherwise I'll drop it in the toilet. Just under 20 to go. Barry Neal ripping the high line.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. He was straight up Larson lining it. I don't know if he could have the piece of paper in between the car and the wall. Perry trying to get back up front.
Well, looking for a gap at the moment behind Anastakis. Looks like Barry might have the run around the outside. Milo trying to give Anastakis the push. He's unsure where he wants to go. Trying to set himself up for the corner. Harry's got the run on the inside this time on Barry. He's going to get the pass clear.
Now everyone's got to keep in mind this is still going to be a fairly lengthy run on tires. You can't just go full balls to the wall here. You got to save a little bit of something, otherwise you're going to have nothing. See Bennett and Wellman side by side. Couple green cars going for position.
Colin Bennett going to get the pass done on Wellman. Big moves, Colin.
Yeah. It's in the top 10 right now.
Well, getting by Harry Nastakis as well. Here comes Rick Vincent and Ruben Phelps as well, getting into the mix trying to get into that top 5. Still got 15 to go.
See Scott working real hard trying to hold on to that top 5. Like, Rick was going to have a good run, but then all of a sudden just the run died off through the center of the corner. I worry if Perry just might have pushed it a little too early because it looks like he's starting to fall off.
Phelps is by Rick, but with a little bit of a gap there to McClintock. Giuseppe Milo on the inside of Barry Neal. Oh,
whoa!
Almost finding the wall. Not leaving much room there. And you've got to be careful now, dropping on the apron there. This late in the game, drivers aren't going to give you that room to rejoin. Harry Stark is coming back on the inside of Barry Neal. He's going to move up into third. McClintock looking at a fourth as well. Quite got the run there.
Yeah, Barry was just barely, or should I say, Barry able to shut the door right there.
Jacob Dean going to be coming down pit road.
Yeah, not sure.
Oh! Well, there's the caution. And I wouldn't be coming into pit road now. It's going to be a closed pit lane. There'll be a end of line penalty there. But, we'll have a look at the 1-3-1 retro replay. Have a look what happened. Come down, wasn't quite off the track, and he just got moved out of the way. Right. Not sure he was coming off the track there. Looked like he sort of struggled getting off it. It was sort of stuck in that little groove limbo on the white line there.
Well, here comes a restart with under 10 to go.
Wonder if anyone's got a set of tyres up their sleeve. Been hanging on to them for this moment. I think Derek Jacobs should sack his pit crew. Been in pit road for over 3,600 seconds there.
Looks like Phelps and Ryan bringing it down pit road.
Well, we'll go to a very quick ad break and we'll come back with our final laps. So stay tuned.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uests.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, we're back. 8 laps to go here at Kansas. Green flag's out. Signori taking us away, and now 7 laps because we just crossed the line. So the battle resumes at the front again. Barry Neal, Giuseppe Maiolo side by side. Perry Starkis looking to make it 3 wide. Barry's got the run round the outside. Tony Roffey in the wall. 3 wide back. Oh, a little bit of contact with one of the barbers in Wellman. They're racing hard everywhere. This is going to be a crazy 5 laps.
If it makes it that far.
Could be a crazy 8 or 9 laps with a green-white checker.
Yeah. How many attempts do we get? Asking for several friends by the look of it. We get 3 attempts, and we're probably going to be using all of them at this rate.
Well, we might not even have 1.
I hope you're right.
Oh, Perry Nastakis sideways. Ooh, that's let Ruben through, getting the pass on Perry and Maiolo. Slipping back up into P4. Barry Neal on the inside of Signori for the race lead. Coming 3 to go.
Both of your picks battling out for the win. Somehow my pick is still in the top 10 despite everything he's been through. Oh, Jesus.
Whew. Rick Vincent with a send from the inside. He's going to get by.
Talk about a power move, but Phelps has those fresh tires.
Barry Neal dropping out of the podium. Ooh.
We lived somehow. 2 to go.
3 wide. Matty Ray, one of the barbers. Perry and Astakis. McClare, Perry almost getting into Gary. Rick Vincent,
Paul
Ruben
might be right
Phelps,
here.
side by side. Oh! Steppy hard into the wall in front of Cade Donnelly.
No
Pushing
caution.
him, though. White flag's out. Oh, Rick Vincent's around. Oh, there's a big wreck. We're still racing. Signori at the front. Phelps, Ryan Barber, Matty Ray.
Jeez, look at the scent from Junior right there.
Oh, Matty Ray hitting the wall.
Oh, and it's Signori gets the win.
Oh, and this car's still wrecking in the back. We knew it was going to be a crazy 5 laps, but come down to the last couple of laps. Yeah, the green-white checker held off.
Yeah, you were right.
And the American Dream, Sean Signori holding on. Well, we'll let him have his celebratory burnout. Might even be out of fuel, maybe. But, no, he's got some fumes in the tank still. Gonna say that that Mustang doing a burnout sounds like the 4-cylinder Aussie version of a Mustang, but we'll go to a quick ad break. We'll be back with our unofficial results in just a moment and a chat with our podium, so stay tuned.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uests.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Alrighty, well, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. We've got the unofficial results there. Round 17, Sean Signori locking the win in. Ruben Phelps, your championship leader, coming home in second. And Ryan Barber joining on the podium in third. Matty Raymond in fourth. Barry Neal with the top 5 finish. Perry Nastakis coming home in 6th. Andy Barber in 7th. Gary Wellman in 8th. Shane Roffey and Tony Roffey, 9th and 10th.
We have Kim Roffey bringing the modified home in 11th. Daniel Blinko in 12th. Scott McClintock unfortunately wasn't able to keep the good finish train rolling here, bringing it home in 13th. Peter Matson and Colin Bennett rounding out the top 15 in 14th and 15th. Rick Vincent, Giuseppe Maiolo, Nigel Patton, Cade Donnelly, Jacob Dean rounding out the top 20. Caleb O'Connor, Jake Atkinson, Derek Jacobs, and Adam Malone rounding out the field for tonight's race.
Alrighty, well, we'll take a walk down to TWRS Victory Lane. And kicking it off with 3rd place, we got Ryan Barber in the booth. How you going?
Hey, Paul. Going alright. Going alright, but how are you guys going?
Yeah, not too bad. Pretty crazy race tonight at Kansas.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect again. Just the same thing as Pocono, just rocking up and seeing what happens without an expectation. But yeah, just played the fuel strategy throughout the race. Just tried to save as much fuel as I could. You know, iRacing adding that new that fuel overlay helps quite a lot because I can tell what I'm burning if I'm pushing and what I'm burning if I'm not. So getting familiar with the black box with that, and yeah, just trying to put some sort of strategy together to see what I can do towards the end of the race, and it paid out in the end, I guess. But I was definitely in for a shot at the win on that last lap.
Yeah, definitely. Stayed out of trouble early on and was running around, and noticed you had a good little tussle with the old man as well at one point later on in the race. That a bit of fun there with Barry Neal as well, trying to get by us, making that one hard for him.
Yeah, I was trying to make it happen, but you know, I saved a set for the end caution there. I knew that someone's going to mess up 10 laps to go, because it seems to be like a lot of the drivers get a bit too excited towards the end of the race and then run into each other. So that happened. It played in my favor. Obviously, I strategized my entire race for that situation. So saving fuel, knew I had to save at least 42 laps of fuel, to make it a two-stopper, and ultimately those cautions kind of threw that out the window. I knew that if I wasn't saving, I'd only make 35 laps, and then it'll just be a bit of a shit show of a race. But just trying to save my fuel, save my tires. I didn't take tires on the first caution, and when I was racing Dad and I were both on old tires, and the whole field was on fresh tires. So there's a lot to take from tonight. I am looking forward to the next season after Dagger ends. So just taking tonight as a bit of a learning lesson to see what I can do next season. And yeah, it's good banging doors with Dad. Bit disappointing that we couldn't get Adsy on track tonight though.
Yeah, I thought I saw him in the session, but you didn't see him on track. So
yeah, he got a new computer, and I spent quite a while with him trying to get it up and running. We got iRacing and everything all ready for him tonight, and then when he joined the server, he had no trading paints, and he had and he had to recalibrate his stuff, so it was just a bit of a mess around for him. So he decided not to race tonight, to give it a crack at Dagger next week. And ultimately Dagger is where we want all of our team cars to be, so we'll probably see Pritchard in next week as well. So it was a bit disappointing not having him in here, but once he's in here with the right settings and the right setup and everything's all good, we should see him back up the front.
Yeah, nice. Maybe try and get Mackenzie on there as well. It'd be good to see him come back for a race. But job done tonight. Another podium. You finished third last week at Pocono. Another third place here at Kansas. So going to be a bit of a reset for everyone. One race to go next week. But, probably everyone looking at needing a couple of weeks off and off season, but we'll see what all that holds in store for everyone coming up. But yeah, we'll let you have a shout out to your sponsors and anyone at home.
All right, yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys on the broadcast booth. You know, I know that you, James, put a lot of work into this league. Kobe does. Paul's always in here every week. You guys always have a blast. I love playing the broadcast. Most of the time I'm actually driving the car, so I'm watching the broadcast and driving. It's good listening to James freak out over incidents, especially when they happen 20 seconds after it actually happens. So it's pretty funny watching the race unfold live and then looking on the broadcast and watching your guys' reaction. So it's always good to watch that back as well. I'd like to thank Kobe for running the league. I'm looking forward to next season. I'd like to thank my dad. He's racing with me week to week. Same as Fazzy usually. Hopefully we have Pritchard into next week. I'd like to thank the rest of the team too. My partner Tammy, she's been running around all day with me, so she's always supporting me and always enjoying watching the broadcast too, so it's good to always have her back me. Same with my grandmother up north at Akura. It's always good watching. It's always good racing racing and knowing that she's watching the broadcast up there as well. Same with my grandfather, even though obviously like situation's a bit shit. But anyway, so yeah, I'd like to thank my actual sponsors and Slug Street Carbies, RBI Trading Cards, Mrs. Excel Garage, 7-Eleven, Sydney Pool Servicing, Bowman Mechanical, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
Alrighty, we will see you at Talladega next week, Junior.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a crack at the win there. I got to stop being so nice. I pretty much gave Sean that win after bumping him. So hopefully next week I drive a little bit more naughty and have some fun.
Alrighty, well, we'll see you on track next week.
Okay, boys.
That was Ryan Barber, third place here at Kansas, but we'll pass it over to you, James.
Sir. Ruben, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Sure do.
Well, that was definitely a fascinating race. Just take us through what it looked like from your lens.
It was it was crazy. Some interesting cautions tonight, I can tell, but couldn't really get a read on it. I did a couple of mistakes which I'll lead into in this chat very shortly, but it worked out in the end, because if I didn't have them, I wouldn't have really been able to get to the front at the end there.
Yeah, how is it trying to come up with a strategy when everything like that is going on and you don't know what's gonna happen? It feels like it's even more unpredictable than a more conventional race.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's hard to make a judgment of what, but the misjudgment of a few cautions actually worked out, because I think it was must have been the lap, so I can't remember, but I forgot to change a set of tyres, so I had my original set of tyres to about lap 76 so I had all three sets left for the rest of the race. That's why I was so slow in between lap, I think, 55 and 76, because I had no right front tyre left, and a couple of these interesting cautions actually saved me, because I had only 6% left when I worked it out.
Yeah, and finally another top 3 result, and Gary not having the race he needed. I'd say, without knowing for sure, I think you're sitting in a pretty good spot here going to the finale next week.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, I think, was it, so I finished second, he finished 9th, that's 50 points. There'll be over 50 points there, so I think it's, yeah, I didn't really look at it before the start of the race. I was just like, I'm going all out, Gary's back there, I'm just going to race at the front hard tonight. Don't want to do this conserving. So that was how my strategy was either way.
Alrighty, well, another fantastic run of consistency for you. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you like to give?
Of course, thanks for Kobe for putting the league on. obviously it's a hard task, keeping everybody happy and whatnot, but always appreciate it. Of course, you guys for putting the broadcast on, of course SRM Australia, Matty Ray there, and of course Sean now that's part of the team. Of course, TWRS if you want some good setups, Scotch's Race Fuel, Cut 6 Sticker Co, Moondog, and our two charities of Tourette's Australia and Australia Alopecia.
Alrighty, we appreciate you, Ruben, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Will do.
Alrighty, well, once again, the man of the hour, race winner here for round 17, the American Dream, Sean Signori. How you going?
Who do you think you are? I am.
Hang on, have you been planning that with Kobe?
Oh, maybe a little.
Yes. For everyone at home, it's a bowling meme, that one. But look, locked in the win tonight after all the drama that was going on through the week. I know your mind's probably been focusing on a few things here and there, but managed to come away with a win tonight.
Yeah, felt like had a pretty good car tonight. Car felt really good in traffic and drove up through the field there early, got to the front, and was running pretty good. Came across some, people who can't drive, and ended up having to make my way back up through the field again. Not the first time I've done it, not the last time, and ended up getting it at the very end there with a great race with Ruben and Ryan and Maddie and Giuseppe and a couple of those guys up front, Barry. I felt like that last 20-25 lap run there was pretty exciting, at least from my seat.
Yeah, nice. And you had a good run with a few drivers up the front there. So it was good to watch. Good battle there, and even some drivers that sort of dropped out of that through the events that went on tonight. But, remained cool and calm, and got the job done. So not sure what else there is to say to that, but yeah.
Nothing good.
I'm sure you'll have some fun looking at the old race review later, but there's only two, this one and one more to go, so I'm sure there'll be some changes being made once this season's finished.
Yeah, maybe. Well, looking forward to Talladega next week. Maybe then, I'll have to deal with some of those cars in the back more. But it will be a fun race nonetheless. Talladega is always a good show, and I think with these cars and this draft package, it'll be quite the spectacle, I must say.
Well, yes, I do love my super speedway, and what better way to finish the season with the super speedway race at Talladega. So can't wait for that one. We are cheering to see the big one. I'm
it'll
chomping at the
happen
bit
with these
already.
It'll happen. They managed to have a big one at Las Vegas. Never mind Talladega.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll be a good show for everyone next week, so you won't want to miss that. But we'll let you have a shout out to all your sponsors and everyone at home.
Yeah, a couple shout outs tonight. First and foremost, I want to shout out Ruben for the championship. It really gave me a couple big bumps there at the very end that helped me out, put me where I was here at the end of the race, and appreciate him racing me clean. Shout out Giuseppe, had a great run tonight. Sucks he wasn't able to get the finish he deserved, but he raced me really clean and really showed a lot of progress over the season. That is for sure is turning into a great driver week in and week out. Want to shout out my sponsors, TWRS. If you need a setup, those are the guys to go check out. Shout out Burst Cloud. Shout out all my oval racing teammates that have been with me and stuck with me throughout the years. And shout out my two biggest fans, Cade and Peanut. I want to give them a shout out as well. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here tonight.
Well, you forgot the most important person to shout out to.
Jordan Jones.
No.
Oh, no.
Pete Weber. You stole his
Pete
line
Weber.
and you don't even shout out to him.
Yeah. He'll get his one day.
Well, maybe next week. Alrighty. Well, we'll let you go and celebrate that. Once again, congratulations on your win at Kansas. I was thinking about Talladega already and I almost said it. But yeah, we'll let you celebrate that one. So good job on the win tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you on track next week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate everything you guys do up here in the booth. You guys put on a great broadcast week in and week out. Deserve far more credit than you guys get.
Thank you, Sean. Well, looks like the points have been updated, and I don't know if we're going to disclose those, Kobe, or not, but well, I think the race is all locked up for the championship. Ruben Phelps going to be crowned early, your championship leader and championship winner for the 2026 season A, but we'll have a chat with him next week after the race concludes and get his thought over the whole season. But James, a bit of a wild race at Kansas tonight.
Truly a race of all time.
Go down in the history book.
It'll go down in some book.
And so will the hammer, I think. But we do move on. Talladega, our final round next week for the championship, and we will wrap up at the Super Speedway. So join us next Sunday evening. But thank you to all of our sponsors for the season that's been. We've got everything simulated. Burling Motor Group. And I'm scratching my head here. TWRS setups. And Inside Lane Productions for putting on the show each week. Kobe Jordan in behind the cameras. James Watson, thank you once more for joining myself in the booth and making the evening. And from myself, Paul Jackson. So we'll wish everyone a good evening, and we will catch you next week for the final round.